Hello, Wojak East community. Today is the first day of December 2025. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather we have here. Can't say the same about crypto market. Overnight, last night, Bitcoin dropped 6%, um, and everything else crashed too. Wojak did especially bad. Last time I checked, about an hour ago, we were down like 17%, close to 20%. So I know that we did a pretty well over the past week. Had a good run up, but seems like everything, we just gave everything back. So it's pretty crappy day when it comes to price action. I picked up some additional tokens, but every time I buy, the price drops lower. So I'm actually selling a little bit of my Bitcoin stash to accumulate a Wojak at these prices. Um, So what happened? Uh, I don't think it's the China news. China is clamping down on Bitcoin again, um, making it more stringent. I think most of Bitcoin whales, they've already left mainland China. They already went to Dubai or Singapore somewhere. So whoever is left in China, there's some clandestine mining operations in China, but it's really irrelevant, to the overall crypto market right now. I think the reason is really because people are worried about the market is worried about the potential war with Venezuela, because news came out that overnight, or yesterday, that the negotiation between Maduro and Trump broke down, and I don't know, you know, what the Wojak community's leaning is. Personally, I am totally for getting rid of the dictator like Maduro, some evil dictator who used all kinds of tricks in their books to stay in power, um, and did many evil things, while he is in power. If you ask 90% of the Venezuelans, they all want Maduro to be gone. This guy is bad apple. Um, and U.S. has been really ramping up its military might in the Caribbean in hope to force Maduro out without invasion. But I think if this guy just stays in and doesn't want to leave, then the U.S. has to uh, overtake the regime by force, and that's not the ideal situation. Of course, nobody wants that, because once the war starts, it's hard to predict what's going to happen. The range can range from a quick, swift victory for U.S., a prolonged war like Iraq, or the lead up to World War III. And since Bitcoin never got tested in major wars like gold did, and that's why we see the crash of Bitcoin. And at the same time, precious metals like gold rallied. Um, but personally, I'm optimistic. I don't think it's going to come down to that. There might be um, some kind of invasion from U.S. to Venezuela, but U.S. is definitely not going to commit any troops. And if the situation escalates quickly, like if China gets involved, Russia gets involved, if things are getting out of hand, I can guarantee you that Trump is going to back down, even if it looks bad, optic wise. I think he's not gonna, you know, drag the U.S. and the whole world into World War III, because he's a businessman, and he knows that a major conflict in the world at this time is not good for anyone, especially not good for the U.S. Um, so that's why I'm hopeful that this thing is not going to get out of hand, and the fear in the market, especially crypto market, I think right now is overreaction. Hence, I'm just buying Wojak at these ridiculous prices. Last time I checked, it dipped below 0.00013. So I'm setting a few orders, buy orders, at around that price to see, if it's gonna execute. But yeah, I know that today it doesn't feel good for anyone dropping 17% and whatnot. But it's like today when we need to truly encourage one another and reach out and say hello and make sure everybody's okay. Shout out to the team, Trench Trader, Lyricus, Wojak Wallet. Shout out to the community members, Francois, Toru, Crypto Native S, Floki Zezuno, Billionaire Arc, Reverend Cloud, VR, Franz, Angelina, A7 Gold, Christoph, Rara, Board Lover, Just, Monk.Olgo, Cherry, and Andrew. So I appreciate you guys very much, for showing up. And that's the thing, when crypto market is getting nuked, you see like Wojak memes everywhere. Like I don't know, maybe it's the algorithm for me, but my account, my feed is full of Wojak memes. Um, so it's a testament that this meme is so popular, and so fitting in crypto world, and that's why it's when price goes down like this, it gives me confidence to buy more. I I, th- I think when I get back, I'm gonna set up you know maybe switch some more funds and just to buy at these levels. My rule is that if it drops a lot, I'll buy a lot. If it drops a little, I'll buy a little. So um, and if it goes sideways, I just mainly hold. So today is a big drop. I'm gonna try to committing buying more. So that's me. It's not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research. I'm not suggesting anyone to do what I do because situations are different. Um, but just want to be transparent of what I'm doing, and so just encourage one another on a day like this, and reach out. And I see some people, they were sharing the tweets from the creator of Bobo, and who is also the creator of one of the knockoffs on Solana. I don't know what's the reason. I think we should not be trying to promote this guy's tweet, because he is doing everything to sabotage our project, to vamp the blood and life out of our project. I don't know if the people who posted this in our X chat, if they know that, but I think for our social media groups, whether it's on X or Telegram, it's better for us to, concentrating on promoting our own um, tweets and whatnot. I see that Wojak Coin ETH account only gets a handful, really, sometimes below 10 retweets on every one of his posts. I mean, we have at least 200 people active in the Telegram group. We should have at least 200, retweets of his posts. So let's get active, guys, and you know, make our noises heard on X. Come on, we can do better, okay? Um, so just hold on tight. I think this downturn is temporary. I still believe that we're not nowhere near the top of this crypto cycle. And once the market realize that the world is not gonna decay into chaos, um, that's when gold is going to drop, and assets like Bitcoin is gonna fly, and so do we, Wojak. So just hold on tight and encourage one another. I'll see you guys later.